out of his hands, causing the interception that Paul Bennett picked off. He does a fine job of running that football all the way up to the 47.5-yard line. Don't forget, the Calgary Stampeders are working against a very stiff freeze in this first quarter.
Ray Krause takes the handoff from Bernard Quarles across the 50 to near the 53-yard line for a gain of 5 yards on first down. Aaron Brown making the tackle defensively for the Blue Bombers. They line up the same along the front three. They have a change at linebacker from last week. John Pointer back in, replacing James Reed. And the defensive backs, Paul Bennett, the safety man back there, who picked off that pass earlier. Second down and 5 for Calgary. Good protection for Quarles down the middle. Close. Super catch at the 40-yard line for the first down. Tackled immediately by Vernon Paul, a gain of 18.
Boy, just great protection by the offensive line of the Stampeders. Watch as Aaron Brown comes around on the blitz and dealing in there. And Willie Thomas, number 51, the offensive center, does a good job of picking him up. Gives Quarles a lot of time to throw the football.
Back to the live action, first down. Craig Ellis inside the 15-yard line. The Stampeders moving the ball nicely, and now they're threatening. They trail 7-0, but a gain of 28 by Ellis. And the Stampeders getting close to that Bomber goal line.
Yeah, we talked about these two ball clubs with the ability to run that football. That's certainly showing up already tonight. 11 minutes and 10 seconds still remain in this first quarter, and Calgary is threatening a 7-0 ball game in favor of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
The winner tonight moves into a tie for first place with BC. Here's the pitch to Ellis. Caught from behind by Tony Norman, who has great pursuit from that defensive end spot. He brings him down after a gain of 4.
I'll tell you, let's just point out Tony Norman, because he is one of the better athletes on this entire football club. He's number 55. He comes out and does a great job of taking the angle out there on the pursuit. He has excellent speed for a big man. He's 6'6", but he's only 235 pounds. He can run halfbacks down, Bill.
He sure can. Great pass rusher. Second down. Up the middle they go with Krause, and he is hit by Aaron Brown after a gain of a couple. Krause gets to about the 7-yard line, but he'd be short of the first down by 3 yards. Aaron Brown, number 52, moving over from that middle linebacking spot to make the tackle on Krause, and that brings on the field goal unit. Head coach Cal Murphy. Of course, Cal has 6 straight Grey Cup victories as an assistant, 1 in Montreal, and in the last 5 with Edmonton. J.T. Hay will try from 14 yards away. He has the longest field goal this year in the CFL, as you see, 56-yarder. This one, 14-yard attempt with Jerry DiTilio doing the holding. It is good. So the Stampeders cut into that Bomber lead. It's now a 7-3 ball game, 9:51 remaining, and we'll be back in just a moment.
And in field goal heroics, they beat them 32-30, and then, of course, they lost 30-18 against the Montreal Concorde. So Winnipeg considers this a very critical football game for them.
Earlier this season, the Bombers defeated the Stampeders 36-21. Quarles gives to Craig Ellis. Ellis fends off a couple of tackles and gets out to near the 44-yard line. A good bit of running by Ellis, number 19. Finally stopped by David Shaw, the corner, number 36, after he spun off 3 or 4 tacklers. A gain of 9 yards, second down and 1.
Great second effort by Craig. Watch this as the initial good penetration by Vernon Paul, number 54. The initial penetration by Ty Jones. Initial contact, and then Ellis, with that second effort, gets it up to the 44-yard line.
Ray Krause this time, and he has the first down. Paul Bennett moved up quickly from that safety spot, made the hit on him along with Vernon Paul, but Krause got across the 45 to about the 46.5, enough to move the yardsticks and sustain the drive. Perzani checks back in offensively. McTagg leads the playing field.
We mentioned that Krause was the second leading rusher in the Western Conference of the CFL, and his running mate there, Craig Ellis, is 6th. He had 239 yards coming into tonight's ball game.
As a team, Calgary averages 6.8 yards per carry. Second only to Ottawa. Little delay here to Ellis. Skipped outside with it. 41-yard line. Again, it's Bennett and Paul that bring them down, but it's another first for the Stampeders.
Wow, what a great move Ellis makes just as he gets to the line of scrimmage. He dips to the inside on his 24-yard gain. It's kind of a delay play. Mike Levenstaller, number 17, the inside receiver, gets a fine block for him, as does Dave Kersinger, the left tackle, number 69. Kersinger, of course, many fans of the CFL will remember, has played guard most of his career. He's moved to that outside left tackle spot, doing a great job there.
Ray Krause is caught in the backfield. Good defensive play by Pete Caton, number 53. And that'll push the Stampeders back to the Bomber 46-yard line, a loss of 6.
Dale, I think maybe this is what makes Pete Caton arguably the best defensive end in the Canadian Football League. Just that great quickness. Watch him come down to the inside. He sees that guard in front of him going down, and he's in that backfield with great penetration. Excellent defensive play.
Big loss for the Stampeders, pushes them back out across the 45-yard line. They're moving into this stiff breeze with 2:54 remaining in the opening quarter. Quarles now facing 2nd and 16. Darren Peters. Boy, they'll have to put it up this time, of course. Going deep. Nobody there. Intended receiver was Ray Krause. Wiley Turner was the closest man to it, the defensive back for the Bombers, and that brings up 3rd down.
Jocko yesterday also talking about Quarles. He said he has such a strong arm, you know, if that wind blows, Quarles won't even know it. He just whips it so hard. Actually overthrew the football against this 30-mile-an-hour wind.
We got advantage right now because the second quarter we got the wind in our back and try to score this ass.
Okay, James.
All right. Hey, Mom.
Bernard Quarles hits Darrell Smith at the 36-yard line, and it'll be very close to a 1st down. Smith going very low to make the reception in front of Wiley Turner, number 28, his first catch of the evening. And they may need to bring the sticks across the field to measure this one. We're early into the second quarter. Stampeders now with the wind at their backs. They're trailing 10-3. Mind you that the Ottawa Roughriders, who are not playing this weekend, but they're getting ready for a big reunion of the 1973 Grey Cup team next weekend in Ottawa. And possibly there are some players out there who haven't been contacted yet. They're members of that 1973 Ottawa Grey Cup team. You're reminded of the reunion coming up next weekend. And if you'd like to be there, get in touch with Bill Holdsworth at the Ottawa office, and I'm sure he can get everything straightened around for you. Second down and a little bit for the Calgary Stampeders. 36-yard line. Ray Krause has the first down. Stood straight up by Aaron Brown and finally pushed to the turf. They get up pushing and shoving with each other now.
I'll tell you, Brown did a pretty good job of standing his ground after that first down was picked up. Watch him, number 52. That's the way a linebacker has to hit a back. Now it's a test of strength, and the first down is picked up. The ball will be scrimmaged at about the 39-yard line. We're having a little discussion here now with the respective captains, Dave Kersinger and Brown and Doug Kyber, trying to cool tempers down just a little bit on a very cool evening here at Van Stadium.
First and 10 Stampeders at their own 39. Ball 45 remaining in the second quarter. Here's Ellis again. He has a gain of 5 yards to the 44. Pete Caton making the tackle, number 53. Second down and 5. Ellis already with over 70 yards rushing in this ball game.
Caton makes a good move down to the inside, but Ellis has enough momentum going for him that the gain is close to 5. Ray Krause seems to be particularly upset out there, Dale. I guess the way Brown manhandled him on a couple of plays ago.
Penalty flag. Ellis slips in the backfield, and he's pinned there.
Well, we've got an argument going on just about every play now. Kersinger, as you can see, threatening Doug McIver. Kersinger, 69, and the offensive captain of one of the offensive captains of the Calgary Stampeders. And Bill, you know, Jocko Gatto was talking about Dave being moved to that outside tackle spot.
Procedure, Calgary number 51.
He said that Dave, well, we can assure you that Al McCann does tee it up quite a bit lower from time to time.
Calgary Stampeders are first and 10 at the Bomber 42-yard line. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
It was estimated about 26,000 to be here tonight at McMahon Stadium. I don't know if that many showed with this weather conditions, Bill.
Pressure on Bernard Quarles. He gets away from him. Finds Armstead open, and Armstead drops the football. We had Murphy a little while ago drop one, and now it's Armstead's turn.
John Pointer, number 37, with the extreme pressure on Quarles initially. Watch the left side of your screen. It looked like the Winnipeg Blue Bombers had the first sack of this ball game, and Quarles just pulls up and throws a strike to Willie Armstead. Willie, the leading receiver for the Stampeders, coming into the ball game, 32 catches, but he ranked only 12th in the Western Division of the CFL. He's their top receiver.
There's Quarles on his own now, and he's forced out of bounds by Aaron Brown, number 52. The ball will be spotted at the 33-yard line, and the Stampeders will be a yard short.
Bill, I think if they'll gamble in this circumstance, I don't think they want to settle for a field goal. And the fans here, the Stampeder fans, are certainly telling Jocko that's what they want.
Well, it's a pretty good gamble on the Stampeders' part. They've only lost the ball on downs twice this year, and they have an excellent running attack. Third down and 1 from the 33-yard line.
Mark Nelson, number 82, who normally is a backup linebacker with Stampeders, comes in with information for the young quarterback.
There we go, third down. Give us a Kraus, and he's got plenty for the first down. He got 5 yards on that burst. Pointer making the tackle, and the Stampeders are able to sustain this drive.
Well, this is a running football club, Dale, and you're right. I think that's a gamble that Jocko would take in almost any circumstances. They feel they can run the football as good as anybody up here.
No problem.
That stat didn't look very good, though, as Kraus only gained 11 yards.
Ellis has been the main ground gainer tonight. Under 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter on first down. Quarles throwing back to Levenseller. Levenseller takes a hit from Paul Bennett in the end zone. Ball's a little high, and he had to go up for it, and he's
when you go up in the air like that against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, you better be looking out for number 27.
Levenseller shaken up on the play, and you know Bennett is just waiting for an opportunity to go after a receiver in that instance.
He'll stick you, you know. I think part of the reason that Paul is such a great hitter, he wants to get back at all those shots he takes from turning those punts. He can nail you.
Levenseller's on the sidelines walking back towards the Stampeder bench very slowly.
I think Mike's a great addition to this football club. Of course, he was acquired from the Edmonton Eskimos earlier this year.
They originally had him outside. Now they line up inside with him, and they get Morris Smead with Darrell Smith outside.
Quality receiver and a quality young man as well.
Second down. Quarles in big trouble. And the Bomber defense does a job. Jones, number 69, gets up and does a little dance. He got in there to stop Quarles in the backfield. And now the Stampeders send the field goal unit in.
I'll tell you, they talk about quick feet, but there's too many dance partners. He couldn't avoid them all. That whole front four of the Bombers are in there to give him a shot at one time or another. Tony Norman initially. Then, of course, it was Ty Jones that put the stop on him. J.T. Hay now will try one from 39 yards out with 8:10 remaining.
That's Detilio doing the holding at the 39-yard line. And now he took too long. Something was bothering Detilio. It didn't look like he was counting players on the field.
I'll tell you one thing, Dale, that's not very good when you get a time count penalty when the wind is at your back, and that's your big advantage in this second quarter. I'm sure the Stampeder bench won't be very pleased with that one.
And with that delay call against the Stampeders, it gave the Bombers a chance to change up defensively. Scott Flagel, number 14, checking in, and Wiley Turner goes to the bench. And now it'll be a 44-yard attempt.
I don't think the 5 yards makes much difference to J.T. Hay, but they wasted time.
Time count violation against the Stampeders. 8:02 remaining in the second quarter. And he pulls this one wide. Paul Bennett in the end zone. 4.
You're going to take a lot of tape to tape that big arm.
He is a big man. 6'7", 275. Tilio looking for Levenseller, and that ball goes incomplete. It almost appeared Levenseller had ducked underneath the coverage of Kirby Wilson and caught the ball, but it squirted away from his grasp. Brings up the punting situation for Calgary.
His last 2 throws would have had tremendous catches for them. Levenseller had Kirby Wilson right in his face, but the Stampeder receivers have dropped a couple. I'm sure that ball is very difficult in these conditions. Tag having to kick the ball away once again as Calgary has not been able to penetrate this Winnipeg defense.
After that big defensive play by the Stampeders. First down for the Stampeders. The ball at their own 52. We have 2:44 remaining in the first half. Calgary with the edge in first downs tonight.
Pretty meager production by both ball clubs already, Dale.
It hasn't been a scintillating first half offensively. Tilio is now the quarterback for the Stampeders. Second series, replacing the starter, Bernard Quarles. A draw to Craig Ellis into the middle of that defensive unit. Pete Keaton again was there to make the tackle. That has been very prominent tonight for Winnipeg defensively. It's a gain of 3 yards, second down, and 7 from midfield. Ellis, the big man,
7 yards to go for the Stampeders.
over 70 yards, just 6 carries. Not a bad average at all.
Actually, he's a big man on either ball club tonight offensively. Had 1 run of 28 yards early in the ball game.
Second down. Tilio looking to the middle to Armstead. He's got him. First down, Calgary. Reggie Pearson from one side. Linebacker Vernon Paul, number 54, helped on the tackle on Armstead.
Once again, a great job by that offensive line of picking up the blitz as Willie Armstead comes across the middle. 1:57 now remains in the first half. We have 11-10 ball game with the Calgary Stampeders leading the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Pitch to Ellis. The Bombers are there to stop it. Good defensive play by Winnipeg as they just broke down all the blocking on that left side and got to Ellis for a loss on the play. Kirby Wilson, the defensive halfback, was very quickly moving up for support.
Absolutely right. Wilson, number 25, great penetration for a defensive half.
The loss of 2 yards, second down and 12, now from the 44. Minute and a half remaining in the first half. Tilio in trouble, gets away from a couple guys, then goes down. John Pointer got the hit onto Tilio, and that forced him to the turf, a gain of 1.
Dale, you'll watch Krause, Ray Krause, number 24, as we start this up. They were talking about what a great job. Stop it right there. Krause had knocked down Pointer right there, and Jocko Gatto was talking about what a great football player he has been because he can run with the football, he can catch it, and he's an excellent blocker. And as we know, he's a very intense individual. You saw him try to get in about 2 or 3 fights earlier in this second quarter. Great block on Pointer that time.
That brings up third down for the Stampeders, and this will be a 51-yard attempt by J.T. Hay. He missed on his last attempt from 44. It is a fake. Tilio going to have to find somebody in a hurry. Gets Ellis first down at the 30-yard line. Ellis just got enough for the first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's questionable whether or not he caught that ball after he was hit or before. It was a great catch, but it looked like he might have caught it after he had contact with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. We continue on there. You'll see Cross now. No, I guess the contact was made. Good call by the officials. First down for the Stampeders at just about the 30-yard line.
Take another look at it, and actually, Ellis is in the air, comes down, and goes right over the top of David Shaw. Very little contact, but enough to rule the play dead at the 30. Krause got from behind by John Porter, number 37, but Krause takes it inside the Winnipeg 25-yard line, near the 22 for a gain of close to 8 yards.
And we've got bad feelings brewing again out there. Just 35 seconds remains in this first half. I don't know if the Calgary Stampeders have time to run, keep running that football in there. Tony Norman also hurt on the play, number 55, and
there's a Stampeder injured as well on the far side. It's second down and about 2.5, close to 3 yards to go. Ray Krause. He gets to the 20-yard line and he has a first down. The Stampeders keep it going with 22 seconds remaining until the halftime break. First down for Calgary.
Only 22 seconds now remain, and as I pointed out, they're not going to be able to continue to run this football just because of the time problem. Well, they do have a first down, so they have 3 cracks at getting into the end zone from the 20-yard line.
Stampeders trying to add to their 1-point lead as we get late in the second quarter. First down from the Winnipeg 20. Trying to go to Levenseller. Levenseller gets up looking for an interference call on Pearson. There isn't any, but there is a flag down. Back at the pin now. Nice and high. Waiting for it. Ellis falls at the 21. Gets up and has a good return. Ellis fumbles the ball. The Bombers have it back. It looks like Dan Hucklack, number 30, got the football back for the Bombers, and they'll have it first down at their own 50.
We also have an injured Bomber on the play, and what looked like a tremendous return by Craig Ellis, number 19, is going to be the first turnover of this second half. One of the Bombers ripped that ball out of his hand. I really couldn't see who it was. It might have been David Shaw, number 36. And Winnipeg takes him.
Scored by Reeves, following an interception by Paul Bennett. And the Stampeders' only touchdown tonight. And Darryl Moyer on an interception return for the major score, and the kickers have handled the rest of the scoring. You see the Stampeders where they have outrushed their opponents, but their opponents have outpassed them so far in 1983. Calgary with the football, Jerry DiTilio the quarterback. First down from the 35. Darrell Smith one-on-one with David Shaw, and Shaw did a good job of just giving Smith nowhere to go and holds the gain to about 4 yards. Then he got help from inside.
Smith, of course, with that great speed, and Shaw knows it. Just delayed him long enough that he got that help from the inside. Great job by the veteran corner.
Well, what have you got in the bag?
Since Darrell Smith has moved to an outside receiving spot, they still haven't been able to get the ball to him that much.
Complaining in the local press that they're ignoring him.
They admit, though, that Smith does have a lot to learn about being receivers. Up the middle goes Craig Ellis, and he's got a first down across the 45-yard line. Good bit of running by Ellis. Caton was finally there to put the stop on him, along with Jones and Brown.
But certainly looking at the guy that would be Mike Carlin O'Keefe, offensive game star, if the game were to end right now.
A couple of big runs for Ellis in that first half.
It's kind of the forgotten man, with Ray Krause getting all of the press and publicity here in Calgary.
Of course, with Ellis and Krause together, James Sykes has been the forgotten man here in Calgary.
James who?
Exactly. DiTilio looking for Krause, and it's broken up by Tyrone Jones, number 69. He knocked the ball away. Second down and 10.
What a great addition Ty Jones has been to this defensive unit of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Watch him move to the outside now. Great quickness, almost picked that football off. He's had a big night defensively for Winnipeg. 7:38 now remains in the third quarter.
Share of first place with BC, for the time being at least, goes to the winner of this ball game tonight. Second down and 10. DiTilio was barely back to the line of scrimmage when he slipped down at the 46-yard line. So that'll bring on the Calgary punting unit.
Bill, I think that was run all the way. Only one receiver downfield, Mike McTagg. Looked like Jerry wanted to take off with that ball and try to pick it up himself. He is an excellent runner, as we all know, watching him originally with the Montreal Alouettes and now with the Stampeders.
Of course, this team have 3 men back deep. Good kick by Cameron. Waiting for it is Ellis at the 24. 24. Straight up the field. Penalty marker goes down, and Ellis is stopped by Reggie Pearson, 45-yard line.
Or still a very major factor.
First down to the Stampeders near their 30. Tilio looking for Levenseller. He makes the catch, but the gain is about 2 yards on the play. Reggie Pearson was over there covering along with John Pointer. Second down and about 8 yards to go.
You know, Dale, one thing the defensive backs have done here this evening, and it's very smart of them to do so, is they've really had a lot tighter coverage on the receivers as they're going downfield. They know that it's very difficult to throw against this wind very deep. Really stick with them for the first 10, 15, 20 yards.
On second down, Stampeders have the second lowest average gain on passing in the CFL. This one goes incomplete. Berzani and Levenseller were both there, but it was knocked away by Kirby Wilson. Coming into the ball game tonight, the Stampeders only averaging 6.9 yards per pass.
Looked like Jerry kind of threw this one into a crowd. Let's look at it again. Almost another interception by the...
Well, here's the other half of that Calgary running back tandem, Craig Ellis. Craig, you're having a heck of an evening, except you had the misfortune of that run back. It looked like the ball got ripped out of your hands.
Yeah, I had daylight. I was up in the middle, and I don't know, I just saw daylight, and someone from behind came and grabbed my shoulder, and the ball came loose. I thought James West, number 58, was going to pick it up, but he didn't get it, and God, that was disastrous for us.
You know, I'll tell you, the last 15 minutes, you'll have the win. That's going to be a big factor.
Yeah, we planned just like Edmonton. You know, we have a breeze at the beginning of the game, but it kind of cooled down, but it's still cold out here. I tell you, it's not a good time for throwing the ball. We got to run the ball.
You're playing well, Craig. Congratulations.
All right, thanks a lot. Hi, Mom.
On that punt coverage team. I guess that happens from time to time, Bill.
Tilio in trouble down at the 15-yard line. He's got a loss of 6 yards. Winnipeg defense led by Tony Norman. Aaron Brown got over there quickly.
About 6 yards on the play. Second and 16.
I don't think Jerry had any receivers open in any event on the play, but the passing game tonight has been almost totally non-existent on both sides of the football.
Second down and about 16 yards to go. The ball now at the Calgary 15. A minute to go in the third quarter. Outside rush from Norman. He gets the ball to Ray Klaus, and he is wrapped up immediately by Aaron Brown. And it'll be a gain of a couple on the play. The third and
says a hello to the Pat. A couple of good Irish buddies of ours, and they've been very helpful for us in providing CTV coverage over the years. I think they're spotting for Dale this evening's ball game and doing a heck of a job.
You bet. First down for the Stampeders. The ball at their own 12-yard line. McSag is hit immediately at the 15. They'll spot near the 16-yard line. Turner and Pointer teaming up on the tackle. Gain is about 3 yards. Second down and 7 for Calgary. The tag now in. The wide receiver for Calgary. They alternate their wideouts. Tag will go in sometimes for Smith. Sometimes you go in for Armstead. They'll move those men around. Second down. Flipping outside is Ellis. Gets a couple of blocks. And be very close to a first down. Nice bit of running by Craig Ellis. And he's having himself a night here at McMahon Stadium. Depends where they spot it, whether or not he got the first.
Yeah, once again, a great move right at the line of scrimmage. Cut to the outside and then came back, and he does pick up the first down, so the Stampeders get a very critical first down, moving that ball out from their own end.
Doug McIver was the man down in the field that Ellis was trying to almost walk over. Tripped up, but he did pick up the first down near the 24-yard line. So into the middle, and Ellis trying to run with the football before he had control of it. It'll bring up second down.
Once again, good pressure by Ty Jones, 69, at that right linebacking spot.
Head coach Jack Goda watching his offense work now from deep in the Calgary zone. 2nd and 10. Looking for Darrell Smith, and really that was just a poorly thrown football. He threw it well behind the intended receiver. So that'll bring up 3rd down, and McTagg will punt. So to Tilley.
He's the guy that got him down there where they could pick up the 3.
Ray Krause and the handoff from DeTilio. John Pointer was there along with others to stop him after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Remind you again that Hamilton is the site Sunday of the Hall of Fame game, and just a reminder that the inductees this year, Frank Morris, Earl Lunsford, Herb Gray, Bud Grant, and the late Don McPherson. The Hall of Fame game Sunday with Toronto playing in Hamilton.
It's kind of neat, Dale, from my point of view personally, my ex-coach and one of my former teammates.
You bet.
It's a big day for the guys.
That one was almost picked off by Wiley Turner. The pass intended for the pitch to Ellis. The Bomber defense is there in a big hurry, and it'll be a loss of a couple on the play. Tony Norman, Kirby Wilson, Vernon Fall, they were all there, helped out by Aaron Brown.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the 2nd time that we've noticed Kirby Wilson, 25, coming up from that defensive half spot. He's penetrating so quickly, he was about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. I think they got to go the other way, Dale. Either that or put the ball in the air.
Bombers defense that one perfectly. 2nd down and 12. Stampeders a long way from the Winnipeg end zone. They trail by 2. The winner here tonight looking for a share of first place. Good pass by DeTilio to Ellis. Reggie Pearson caught him from behind. The ball is loose, and the Bombers have got it. Oh, Ellis for the 2nd time tonight fumbles the ball after a big run.
Well, you know, Dan, it really wasn't his fault either. The ball was knocked out of his hand. 71 yards to Ellis, and you're absolutely right. A great throw by Jerry DeTilio. Watch it again. It was Aaron Brown, the linebacker that Ellis had beaten. And Reggie Pearson comes up from behind. Watch him knock that football out. Absolutely nothing wrong with what Ellis did. Just a tough break against the young back from the Calgary Stampeders. And great hustle by the veteran Reggie Pearson, number 8 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He runs him down. Runs him down and then strips the football.
And that's Kirby Wilson getting to it right in front of Tom Forzani.
Calgary Stampeders trail the Bombers by 2.
Graduate of Acadia, Bob Cameron has certainly done a job punting for Winnipeg tonight.
Winnipeg looking to go into a first-place tie in the Western Division with the BC Lions. Hold on.
DeTilio to Krause, nowhere to go. The Bombers were there waiting for it. Pete Caton and John Pointer. No gain on the play. It might have been a loss of close to half a yard. Krause and Caton come back onto the playing field. 2nd down, about 10.5 to go. 1:23 remaining. Scoreboard flashes we need 6, but they don't. They just need 3.
Bombers defensively need to come up with one more big one. It'll be tough to gamble down at your own 15-yard line if they get into a 3rd down situation.
Last time the Stampeders played at home, they needed a last play field goal from J.T. Hay to beat the Eskimos. Now DeTilio in big trouble back in the end zone. Finds Krause open, overshoots him. He may have been trying for McTagg a little bit deeper. Nevertheless, it goes incomplete, and it's 3rd down Calgary.
He was also trying to avoid losing 2 points.
Came right down to the last play, as I said, for the Stampeders in their last home game, which was Labor Day against the Eskimos. And here we go. 1st down from the Calgary 35. DeTilio, the quarterback, did some big gains, and Tom Forzani unable to squeeze that one. He had slipped down. His feet had gone out from underneath him, and unable to squeeze it. 2nd down.
That took only 4 seconds. 45 seconds remain now.
Again, we remind Winnipeg fans that the Bombers' next home game, 1 week from tomorrow night, they'll be hosting the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Second down and 10. Patilio going for Ellis. He cannot hang on. He went into the airport and then got hit between two defenders, including Scott Flagel. Ellis is down, and so is one of the Bombers.
Flagel, number 14, playing back at that safety position. I think it was his contact that hit Ellis.
Ellis being attended to, and there's an injured Bomber there as well. I haven't been able to pick up.
34 seconds remain now.
Well, the Stampeders still have a life here. First down. It's outside their 45. Patilio looking. Sign for Zanny at the Winnipeg 45. Biggest catch of the night for the Stampeders. Another first down.
Great catch by the veteran receiver of the Stampeders. He went as high as he could to get that football. That's his first catch this evening, but it was certainly a big one. 22 seconds remain.
Here we go again. Patilio looking for McTagg, and he's put out a little bit behind him. And possibly because of the rain earlier, that turf is a little slick, and McTagg was just unable to stop for that football.
Ball thrown a little bit behind him, I think, Dale, but it would have been a spectacular catch. 16 seconds now with that incomplete pass. Of course, the clock stops. It's 19-14. The Bombers with a 5-point lead. And Al McCann was right. A barn burner finish once again on Friday Night Football on CTV.
The final Friday night football game for 1983. Second down. Looking for Ellis. Oh, what a catch. He made that catch a little while ago and turned it into a 71-yard play. Unfortunately, he fumbled it, but he hung on to that one. First down at the Winnipeg 25. 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Another good throw by Patilio.
11 seconds now. This is going right down to the final play.
There's a gain of, I believe it's 20 yards on the play for the Stampeders. There we go. They have to put it in the end zone.
20 yards on that last reception.
Patilio looking for Levenseller, and that goes over his head. Reggie Pearson would have been out of bounds had he come down with it. Second and 10 from the 25. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, they've got one, maybe two plays left to try to get in the end zone. It's been a great drive all of a sudden by an offense that could not move the football all night long.
There's the second down, 10 play. Big rush on Patilio, and he threw it before Ellis was looking for it.
Oh, and Ellis had turned back to the inside. He'd read that coverage by Paul Bennett, number 27, coming up from that safety spot. He turned it back to the inside, but Patilio did not see him.
And he didn't have the time to wait because Vernon Paul was right on top of him. There you see it. Time for one more. Al Murphy with a quick check of the clock. Third down. Last play coming up here. Stampeders have to put it in the end zone.
Or a penalty.
Paul Bennett dropped back deep to the goal line. Here comes Tony Norman. Patilio throwing. And knocked away. Craig Ellis had it in his hands, but it was knocked away, I think, by Wiley Turner.
No flag on the field. The ball not badly thrown at all, but Winnipeg knocks it down.
Good timing by Wiley Turner. Ellis just got his hands on it, and Turner was there to knock it away. So the Winnipeg Blue Bombers win for the first time this year.
But the offensive star tonight was Craig Ellis in a losing cause. He rushed for 82 yards. He had another 102 on pass receptions. He's our Cardinal O'Keefe offensive game star. And Paul Bennett with a big interception to set the pace for the Winnipeg defensive unit.
It's an offense for you passing and rushing, but I know when you don't win, Craig, it's not the same.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a big game for us, and everyone in Calgary is feeling the Grey Cup playoff feeling. And I usually rise to these occasions, but somehow tonight, with the weather and the rain and everything, the condition, ball just got away from me.
Craig, you're 5-4 as a team. You're still in good shape. You personally are having a great season. Congratulations on a good game personally.
Yeah, thank you.
Craig Ellis. The CFL on CTV returns in just 1 minute.